did about 2025 box office. We do this every year. So strap in, guys, and we'll be analyzing, what could be the highest grossing movies next year and what could be the lowest grossing movies next year. What could be the big flops, the big failures. Of course, anything could happen. For example, I did make a prediction that Joker 2 would do pretty well because of the first movie. But again, the movie turned out to be a complete pile of shit and it made no money. So, yeah. So we're gonna be looking at the first batch of movies. But the first movie is Dead of Freeze Pantera. They already have tracking for this movie, and they're saying this movie's gonna perform like the first movie. So yeah, we also have Wolfman and these movies. I don't think January movies will do pretty well at the box office. These are movies that are kind of just like filler movies, to tide people over. Then we have the February. We have Captain America and Paddington in Peru. Okay. And also we have The Monkey, which is actually based off a Stephen King book. So that actually might make a decent amount of money. But outside of that, I also have a Looney Tunes movie. I think we're going to have to cover that one. But other than that, we don't really have many movies coming out here. And yeah, we don't really have, like, Captain America Brave New World. That movie's going to cost so much that it might actually lose money. Again, Disney can still manage miracles like a Mufasa the Lion King, but you can't really win every single time, Disney. Okay, but Captain America: Brave New World, I don't think a lot of people are really too excited for that movie, so it's gonna probably have a pretty bad opening. Which means they're gonna probably talk about how it's the worst Valentine's Day ever. But there are 3 other movies, including Becoming Led Zeppelin, which is a movie about Led Zeppelin, which I don't really care about because I'm not an old person. Then we have March, which looks to be a pretty bad week. They're gonna talk about how March has gonna be nothing. I think the reason why March is gonna be so bad next year is because of these strikes, and also the fact that it's gonna be mostly relied on non-franchise movies, which Hollywood has kind of struggled to get people to go out to see those movies. We got the April box office of last year. It was a sit so for Hollywood. Because there was no huge franchises or tentpole movies to keep up the box office, okay? Because the summer box office was amazing, but you had all these massive tentpoles releasing. And I do think that 2024's box office is better than 2023, at least on the tentpole side of things. But on the non-franchise side of things, the theatrical business was far worse because you had entire months that relied on these movies, like April or August, and no one went to go see any of these non-franchise movies. Okay, August was pretty decent for them, but no one went to go see any of these non-franchise movies at the beginning of the year, January, and April. Okay, and also February as well, because most people don't care about non-franchise movies. Because Hollywood can't seem to get people to go watch their movies anymore. And we also have April, which actually has a few huge movies coming out, You also have Mickey 17, which is based off a book, a sequel to The Accountant, Until Dawn movie, and the Minecraft movie. Okay, I don't know if the Minecraft movie will be successful or not, but I think because of the lack of decent movies, if the Minecraft movie will probably have a pretty bad score on Rotten Tomatoes. But the thing is, kids might still want to see the movie enough for make money as well, because Minecraft is one of the most popular games in the whole time. And I think it'll make it decently around $400 to $500 million globally, which might become the highest grossing movie at this point, because I don't think unless Captain America Brave New World badges to wow people, I think that Minecraft movie, as of this point, might become the highest grossing movie of the year until May of 2025, where we have lots of huge movies coming out. The final Mission Impossible movie, finally, that franchise is over. Lilo and Stitch coming out. Final Destination, Bloodlines, and of course Thunderbolts and Karate Kid returning. These are a lot of huge franchises. Karate Kid might do very well because again, a lot of old franchises being brought back do very well, like Twisters, Beetlejuice 2, and Top Gun Maverick. So there's a huge possibility Karate Kid, because of the nostalgia, might do very well. Thunderbolts, not too excited for Marvel all too much. A lot of people are not too excited for Marvel. Final Destination, that will probably do pretty well because it's probably won't make $500 million globally, but will do pretty well because it's a horror franchise that a lot of people love. And then we have the big showdown. We're going to have another Wicked or Barbenheimer here with Lilo and Stitch and Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning releasing on this date here as well. I actually do not know when Memorial Day is on 2025, but We Will and Stitch and Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning are both coming out on the same day. And we might have another Wicked / Barbenheimer here with these two movies releasing, as these are two major movies by rival studios. And I think we might see a similar phenomenon. Mission Impossible, the last movie, Dead Reckoning, was kind of screwed over by Barbenheimer, releasing. As well. And also, you have another one, potential Wicked and Barbenheimer versus Elio versus How to Train a Dragon. I don't think Ballerinas can make money. I know it's based off John Wick, but it's a John Wick movie about John Wick. We've seen the same John Danks with Furiosa, and put it between Lilo and Stitch, Mission Impossible, Karate Kid, and then Elio and the How to Train a Dragon remake. I just don't think that movie's gonna make that much money. Then also we have F1, which will probably do very well in Europe, not too well in America, but F1 is pretty popular in Europe. It will probably make a huge amount of money in Europe. And also we have Megan 2 coming out here. And then we have a new Jurassic World movie and a new Superman movie. Superman, I'm still, concerned about the box office. If James Gunn really makes the movie about Trump, okay, which will piss off a lot of people overall. And also I think Jurassic World Rebirth, the problem is that movie's going in a strange direction where you're having people turn into dinosaurs for some strange reason. I also have a new Fantastic Four movie. You have also the Fantastic Four movie coming out. And also a new Smurfs movie coming out as well. The problem is, outside of Lilo and Stitch, I don't really see any of these movies. Besides Lilo and Stitch and Jurassic World and potentially Superman, I really don't see any of these movies making $1 billion, okay? Like, you usually have every summer $1 billion grossing movie. Last year you had 2. 2023, I think you had 1. And I think 2022, you had at least 2 movies, which is Top Gun and Jurassic World. No Disney movies managed to hit $1 billion, I think. But I think you will have 2 Disney movies later this year that will hit $1 billion. And we're not even to the end of the year. August also seems to be pretty good with Naked Gun getting a reboot, which might make a huge amount of money. Nobody getting a sequel. If you not know what Nobody is, it's basically a genre-esque movie made by Universal. I will probably see that movie, considering the fact that I liked the first movie. It was a pretty good movie, but the fact of making that movie a sequel and to actually coming out with it next year looks pretty interesting. The Bad Guys 2, and of course Beneath the Storm, which I think is a disaster movie. I don't think it's going to do as well as Naked Gun or Bad Guys 2, as those are established properties, established IPs as well. Also, you have Freakier Friday, which is I think a sequel to an older movie. I'm not very familiar with it, so I don't know if it'll make any money or not. And we have another historical movie called Battle of Bacton Cross. In September, it seems that we're going to have a pretty decent amount of movies as well, including a new Saw movie coming out, Downton Abbey 3, the next Conjuring movie as well here. And then we have October. We have Michael, which I think is, I don't know if it's, it's about Michael Jackson. Will probably make a lot of money for Lionsgate. And much Lionsgate screws up because Lionsgate screws up a lot of things. We have Warner Bros., we have Black Phone 2, we have a new Tron movie, and a movie called Animal Friends. So Michael is a movie about Michael Jackson. I was thinking about Michael Myers because it's October, but Michael Jackson, of course, a lot of people like him. He's one of the most famous people of all time. And we have November, we have a new Predator, and yeah, we're going to get to the Disney movies now. Now You See Me 3 will probably do pretty okay, as it's one of Lionsgate's most popular IPs. And also we have Wicked 2 and Zootopia 2. And yeah, I think Wicked 2 will make a lot of money like the first movie did, and Zootopia 2 will make $1 billion, I think. Zootopia has a pretty big fan base, I think, like with Moana. But again, there's a possibility it might not make $1 billion because it might be a garbage movie for all we know. Considering how Disney usually handles its second movies, like of Incredibles 2, Wreck-It Ralph 2, which Wreck-It Ralph 2 could have been $1 billion grossing hit if the movie wasn't so mediocre, if it wasn't so bland and boring and uninteresting, and even the same thing with Moana 2. Well, that movie isn't really doing as well as it's doing better than the first one, but it's not gonna do as well as Disney probably hoped for as well. But Disney has kind of handled the sequels pretty poorly, so we'll keep our fingers crossed for Zootopia 2. But then we have the last movies of the year, and yeah, we have a bunch of non-fantastic movies releasing on Christmas, but we have I think what's gonna be the 3 major movies of Christmas. Also, was Zootopia 2 and Wicked. Also, probably being recalling movies around Christmas. But I think you have the three big movies of Christmas, FNAF 2, which I think they're going to try to make this movie, do very well on Christmas as well. Because FNAF is a huge IP. And I think they're going to try to make this theoretical only this time. Unlike, which the first movie was kind of killed by being also on Paramount Plus, or whatever it's called, as well. Also, we have Avatar Fire and Ash and SpongeBob. I think both movies could be huge successes. Considering that a lot of people love SpongeBob, it's a character that people love. And Avatar being, a sequel to $2 billion grossing movies. Yeah, not just $1 billion, $2 billion grossing movies. Avatar, I think, will make a huge amount of money for Disney as well. So, other than that, we also have potential movies like a new Demon Slayer movie coming out, which, again, no one really cares. But a bunch of movies are basically in development hell, or don't have the release dates basically announced yet as well. So, of course, everything could change as well for the box office. But for 2025, it seems that, we'll wait to see, because, again, we also said 2023 will be a pretty good year. But it was a city year for movies as well. But will 2025 finally be a good year of movies? We'll wait and see. We'll wait to see what it holds. I think like with this year, the beginning of the year will start out very slow, with not many huge movies coming out. But once summer comes out, we're going to have this momentum again, right? Because of all these huge sequels coming out, as well. And yeah. Yeah, and also got a sneak peek of 2026. So, really many movies for 2026 as well. But we have a few movies coming out in 2026, including the summer movies already out here. But we can't really tell which movies are going to be successful or not because we don't know what's. But it seems that we only have the December Christmas movies of 2026, which is Jumanji, Ice Age, and Dune Messiah coming out as well. In 2027, there's literally nothing because it's so far out as well. But we do have Avatar movies coming out in later as well in 2028 and 2031. Or 2029 and 2031 as well. Which means by the end of this decade, we'll finally have Avatar completed. Yep. But yeah, we have Avatar releasing. Okay, we have FNAF 2. We have SpongeBob. Hopefully, this could be a good year Christmas box office. Okay, but way better than last year. Also gonna have, a Disney sequel, holding on, and Wicked probably still holding on. Because look at the current Christmas box office. The current Christmas long weekend. Really? These two movies here, Wicked, we're going to talk about Wicked and Moana. These two movies are holding on very well throughout Christmas, Wicked and Moana. Okay. Wicked doing way better than Moana, actually. As well. But Wicked had a huge opening, though. $112 million. But this movie is going to probably pass $4 million. I think it's almost $4 million. It'll probably pass $4 million domestically. So once this movie's going to end up making $500 million, I don't think it will. It's, so far in. But again, there's nothing releasing. So Moana 2 could reach $1 billion still. We'll wait and see about that. But I don't think Mufasa or Sonic will hit $1 billion for sure as well. But yeah, that's what this video here. And goodbye.